Hello friends, welcome to Java Swing tutorial. In the past series from 1 to 6 we looked at providing drag and drop support for 2JDist. So the first thing what we have done here is we extended the parts. Initially we told that we can finish it in 7 parts, but since we have to implement these other 3 options, we need one more video. So in this video we are going to implement the export done option. So based on this export done option, we can provide support for move and copy here. So in the previous part, that means in part 6, we saw that the move and copy doesn't work on the source. Now by implementing this export done override, we will perform the cleanup activity on the source. So let me quickly go through the previous parts and you can simply watch this slide. So these are all the slides from the previous parts. So these are all the methods we implemented one by one. Can import, then we implemented import data. We continued with this import data in the previous video. Now we will go ahead with the export done option. So in this override export done, you can see that we are getting J component, transferable, as well as action. So this transferable, we know this will have all the selection from the source list. So this one will be the drop target, and if we selected, say for example 3 items here, that will be packed inside this transferable. Then action also we may get. So this action tells what kind of action we are performing from source to destination. We know that source will support one is move and another one is copy. So if it is a copy, we no need to do anything in the source. Suppose there are 3 items, let us say, and let's assume that we selected item 2, and if we perform a copy to the drop target, we no need to do any cleanup here. But if we perform a move option, then this item needs to be removed from the source. So that's what we are going to do. If you see here, first action we are getting here. So transfer handler dot move, that's what we are checking here. So if it is a move action, then here if you see, we are converting this, and whatever this export done function will get is the source list, because here we are performing the cleanup activity on the source. So previously we saw the import overrides. So there we got objects for, object of the drop target. Here the cleanup activity is on the source. So that's why here when you typecast it, it will be the source of the drag and drop operation. So once we have this source list in hand, then we make use of get selected indexes, and we know that the operation is move. Then we get the default list model. So these are all the stuff we already did in the import option. The same way we are getting the model, default model. In the import overrides, the model gave us the default list model of the drop target, I mean the drop list box. Here it is giving the list box for the source. Here is the source list box. So we get the data model. After that, here if you see, we are iterating through it and we are removing the element at the index location. If you see here, we are iterating in the reverse direction. Why? Because let's say index 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually index will start from 0. Okay, anyhow, so the index will start from 0. So let's say we want to delete 2 items. That means the 2 item is selected and dropped to the target. And once we remove this item from the top to bottom notation, if you run the loop from top to bottom, then the index location of these 2 become invalid and we will get in that as the index location 1. So for example, this item is removed and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1 will be at 0th index, 2 is removed, 3 will be at index number 1. But if we run the loop in the forward direction, we will refer that as a index number 2 and we will be deleting the wrong one, or we will get some exception also. So if index is not there. So that's why here we are running the loop in the reverse direction. That means instead of iterating it like this, we are iterating it from bottom to top. So if we remove this index first, the index location will be 2, and next when we come here, the index is not rearranged and the item, this item will still referred by the index 1. All right. So here we iterate it in the reverse direction and we remove the items. Now you can see our list box drag and drop supports both copy and move action. So these 2 actions are the source actions. In the next video, we will look at the drop options. I mean the drop modes. So now it is a demo time. Okay, now we will go to Eclipse and see the demo. So this is where we left previously. We implemented import data, can import these 2 in the previous part. Okay, now we will implement the export data function. So this function was already explained in the slide, and this is where we are running the loop in the reverse direction. Now we will execute this. Okay, now we will execute this and see how export done is finishing our move and copy operation. So first let me go ahead with the copy operation. I'm holding down the control key and I'm replacing the destination item 5, and you can also see the icon plus mark here, a rectangle and then a plus mark. That means it's a copy operation. Now I am releasing the control as well as the left mouse button in my mouse, and you can see since it's a copy operation, the item remains in the source. Now let me replace item 4 with destination 2, and this time I'm not holding the control key and I am moving and dropping it here, releasing my mouse, and you can see the item 4 is removed. Now let me select 3 items here, then instead of copy, this time I am moving it, and we selected SRC2, 3 and 5, and I am replacing it here, and I haven't yet released my left mouse button, and you can see in the source 3 item was selected, SRC2, 3 and 5. Here I am replacing it from the third item. So you can see item 3, 4 and SRC2 all will get replaced, and in the meantime these 3 items will get removed. So I am dropping it here. So you can see that the item is replaced, and here also it got removed. So since we support this drag and drop for both the content, I mean both the JList, I can swap the drag and drop source as well as drag and drop target. This time I'm holding down the control key and I'm moving it here. So that's all here in this video. So that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.